What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk to all those personal trainers and fitness coaches out there who need to understand the importance of knowing your worth. Okay, but before we dive in, I would appreciate if you show some love by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing this with friends, family, and maybe your business partner. Why not? So if you get value out of this video, please make sure you go ahead and do that. And now to jump right in, we're going to talk about how to be able to understand and know your worth. In order to identify what your worth is first, you have to believe yourself. Believe that you are what you are. Believe and own who you are, and believe that you can actually help people in what you do as a health and fitness professional. If you cannot cross that bridge over, then man, you're in a deep hole. Doesn't mean you can't crawl out of it, but you're in a deep hole. You need to believe in yourself, right? You're in an industry of serving people, serving others, but you got to serve yourself first. And you have to believe that you can actually do that at the highest level. Number two, guys, you need to make sure that you understand, most importantly, the value that you bring as a trainer, as a fitness coach. And what I mean by that is what you're actually teaching, right? Keep in mind, there's degrees to this, but you need to be real and ask yourself, where in my life right now that I am in my fitness career, how much time, education, money, hours of workshops, seminars, shouting other coaches have I put in already to create the worth that I deserve? So you need to be honest with yourself, right? Because you don't want to be able to what? Undersell yourself and sell yourself short, which happens all the time in the fitness industry. I've come across so many coaches that undersell themselves and have tremendous value to give, but they just don't know how to price themselves out. So you need to ask yourself all those things. How many certifications have you put under your belt? How much hours of education have you given yourself? You know, coaches you've shadowed, workshops, seminars. What's your years in the industry, right? These are important things to ask yourself. Another thing, guys, that's important is if you haven't gotten your feet wet in an area, and as far as, I'll give you an example. If you're coming from a gym setting or an in-person setting, right? And you've maybe not worked with a higher end gym, or maybe you've not gone independent and worked with higher end clientele, it might be hard for you to transition online and say, man, I can charge this much. Or it might be hard for you to work with people who you are scared to charge a certain amount because you've never even worked with that before. So getting your feet wet might not be a bad thing, right? So if you are currently working with clients, whether they're in person or online, and you're charging, let's say, $40, $50, well, my biggest suggestion is you start charging more, getting your feet wet with that, so that when you fully immerse yourself into the fully online space, you can see the value, the true value that you can bring to the table and deliver in this space by knowing your worth, and you already got your feet wet, so you're not gonna be as scared when you make that full transition, right? Where you can be charging the thousands, right? So try a little bit of getting your feet wet. I guarantee it's gonna help you build that confidence to then roll over to the next side. Another big piece of advice about knowing your value is write everything down on a paper, right? All these things that I've mentioned, write it down. All the things you have achieved, all the things you've done, the types of clients you worked with as well makes a big difference. What I mean by is their background, their history, talking about injuries, specializations you have. Those things boost up your credibility, because you're somebody who specializes in a certain area. Specialists always make more, right? A specialist always makes more than somebody in general. So if you're a specialist at something, let's say you're a back pain specialist, getting people out of back pain or knee pain, right? These are examples of being specialized. Then you can charge more, right? It's the same thing. A general doctor doesn't make as much as a heart specialist. So you want to make sure that you specialize in yourself, or if you are a specialist, you identify that as a key indicator to charge more. But you got to write all these things down, or type them up, or put them on your phone. But write a list of all the things that you have, credentials, who you work with, all this stuff out, so you can see it yourself. If you can't see something, you can't envision something or feel it, you won't be able to create it. So you need to see it, so you can envision it and then feel it. And when you can do that, you're gonna see that you're gonna be able to translate that energy onto the world and start bringing more of what you want. So guys, I highly suggest you start taking action on these things today, because it is important that you know your worth. It is important you know your value, because we need to have more good quality coaches out there serving people who need your services. And we're in a time now where more than ever, people need your services. They need it, right? America's been at its unhealthiest that it's ever been, right? People have been enclosed in their houses for a long time because of the pandemic, right? So people are moving less. We need your services out there, right? But you have to understand your worth first and believe that you are this worth in order to serve and provide your services to other people. So guys, if you got value out of this video, I would highly appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe, share it, because the more love you show me, the more love I can show back, and we can keep on winning. Till next time, guys, let's get it.